I built a 52-step AI-powered workflow for a cybersecurity SaaS company with over 2 million users. It monitors newly published tech articles, scrapes the authors' names, enriches their data to find contact info, and launches a hyper-personalized outreach sequence proposing a content collaboration. I'm Andrea from King of Automation. If you own a SaaS company and want to grow your user base organically, you have to check this out. This runs on self-hosted N8N, so there's no platform licensing cost. The entire system costs under $200 monthly to operate. That's just Firecrawl for scraping, Apollo for contact enrichment, and GPT-4 O-Mini API calls. It starts with article monitoring at scale. We're watching 4 major tech publications every hour through RSS feeds, but you can monitor even 20 plus sources simultaneously. They all merge into one processing stream. The key advantage here is leverage. Doing this manually would require a team tracking multiple sites, reading hundreds of articles, researching authors. This handles it automatically. Then we want clean content extraction. We use Firecrawl because tech articles have embedded code, screenshots, complex layouts. A basic scraper gives you messy HTML. Firecrawl returns structured, readable content that the AI can actually work with for just about $30 monthly for this volume. Next, a double filter quality control. First filter checks relevance. Is this article actually about your product space? The AI evaluates content against your domain criteria. Second filter checks authority. Is this TechCrunch, Wired, major industry blogs, or random personal sites? We only want publications with real audiences because one article from a respected outlet drives hundreds of qualified visitors. This filtering prevents wasted outreach on low-value targets. We now feed the data to our contact enrichment engine. System extracts author names from articles, validates business emails, then runs them through Apollo. We're pulling work email, LinkedIn, professional background, company info. This transforms John Smith wrote an article into John Smith, senior tech editor at TechCrunch, previously at Wired. That context makes outreach actually relevant. The anti-spam memory system. Every contact logs to a Google Sheets database. Before sending anything, 3 checks. Have we contacted them in the last 90 days? Are they marked no contact? Is there already a draft sitting in Gmail? This protects your reputation. You're building relationships with journalists who have audiences. Spam them once and you're blacklisted forever. We also want personalized outreach that actually makes sense. The AI writes emails using the specific article they just published, their professional background from Apollo, and your collaboration offer. The result isn't generic. It's, I read your piece on cloud security trends. You mentioned the challenge with authentication systems in hybrid environments. That's exactly what our platform solves. Would you be interested in free access to our enterprise tier for a potential follow-up article? Direct, relevant, valuable. Follow-ups layer in automatically. No response in a week? Polite bump referencing the original article. Still nothing. System logs it and moves on. Everything tracks in the database so you never double contact. The whole thing runs continuously. Articles publish, authors get contextually relevant outreach, all without manual work. That's the scale advantage. Here's what makes it so valuable. Manually tracking 4 publications, reading every article, researching each author, personalizing outreach. That's a full-time job. Maybe 2 people to do it properly. This system handles hundreds of articles monthly without adding headcount. Second, targeting precision. You're not cold emailing random journalists. You're reaching people who just published content your audience already reads. They've proven they cover your space, so your outreach is contextually relevant to what they're already writing about. Third, you're offering value, not asking for favors. Free product access, collaboration opportunity, their audience gets useful content. It's a partnership proposal, not a sales pitch. My client is generating 25 to 30 qualified partnership conversations monthly that they'd never have bandwidth to pursue otherwise. And here's the key insight on organic content partnerships. You only need 1 article from the right publication. 1 piece in TechCrunch or Krebs on Security can bring thousands of qualified users. Let me show you what that looks like in numbers. Let's run the math. Monitoring 4 major publications hourly, the system processes roughly 400 to 500 articles monthly. After filtering for relevance and authority, that's about 80 to 100 qualified author contacts. With a 15% response rate, which is realistic for contextually relevant outreach, you're looking at 12 to 15 partnership conversations monthly. Convert just 3 of those to published articles. Average tech article gets 5,000 to 8,000 readers. Conservative estimates, 1% click through to your site, 5% of those start trials. That's 8 to 12 new users per article. 3 articles monthly equals 25 to 35 users. At typical B2B SaaS CAC of $600 through paid ads, you're looking at $15,000 to $21,000 in monthly acquisition value. The system costs under $200 to run. That core system handles monitoring and outreach, but what if it didn't just stop there? First, CRM automation. When an author responds positively, automatically create a deal in your CRM with all the Apollo data pre-populated. Your team isn't doing data entry, they're having conversations. 3 hour setup saves 10 to 15 hours monthly. Second, multi-channel expansion. Add LinkedIn InMail for email non-responders. Authors who ignore email often engage on LinkedIn. That second touch point typically increases response rates by 40 to 50%, about 4 hours to implement. Third, performance analytics. Track which article topics generate responses, which collaboration offers work, which publications convert. Feed that data back into the AI prompts. The system learns what messaging works and gets better over time. Fourth, competitive intelligence. Same infrastructure, different feeds. Monitor which competitors are getting coverage, identify those authors, reach out with differentiation messaging. Minimal added cost because you're using existing automation. These aren't theoretical, they're proven extensions that optimize conversion as you scale. If you're a SaaS founder and the idea of spending $700 per user on ads makes you want to throw your laptop out a window, feel free to reach out. Or if you're sitting here thinking, wait, I could use this exact logic for Industry X, drop a comment. Genuinely curious what creative variations people come up with. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.